Let's go!
Someone's like, did not you just shave? Dude, yes, I shaved a month ago. So I've been largely gone for a month, right? And I've had a lot of time to react and reflect on like all of streaming and stuff like that. And the big thing that I wanted to change was obviously I did not want to keep streaming into like the 4 a.m.s and stuff of the like. So that's going to be the first big change, is that I want to try to start streaming a little bit earlier. The same thing applies for video games. I do want to sort of get things happening a bit earlier than later in general, just because due to baby stuff, I might be up very late in general sometimes, or not really. So the lucky thing is that I have and like I said before, I have an amazing support system at home for looking after Ripley and taking care of JJ. Between, well, JJ and my mom that's hanging out with me. So we're having like days where she looks after her, then I look after her, and Jessica gets a break because Jessica's constant. The constant in this situation is always JJ. You're a baby? Yes, it's me. I'm the baby. That's exactly what I'm talking about. The cool part is that we're just figuring stuff out, right? We're just, it's wonderful that Ripley gets to grow up with her grandma, hanging out here too, and that's amazing. That's something that's just naturally happened because of all this COVID stuff. The things that, like, going forward that I really wanted to talk about, and I've mentioned this a few times, and we're gonna have to start sooner than later. This month is gonna be kind of good because there's Tokyo Game Show, which are going to bring a lot of announcements around the middle to end of September. So yeah, we got a few things in September. Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite, to most of your guys' absolute disgust, is getting its 3-year anniversary coming up in it's like September 19th or 18th or something like that. What I really want to do for MVCI, I mean, outside of playing it, because you know me, I just enjoy playing it, I very much want to return to the story mode. Oh, dude, like, we played through the story mode either once or twice back in 2017 when it came out. I just want to go through it and just laugh at it. Like, it's been 3 years since MVCI has been out. I want to return to the last effort that Capcom put into a story mode and go through it and just Mystery Science Theater 3000 this shit. And just watch Scientist Ryu and Dante and Iron Man be super cringy with each other. And then watch Strider do some kind of cool stuff. There's some neat things that happen, but for the most part, he's gonna kill me! I kind of want to go through that story mode again and just laugh at it, you know? Speaking of Marvel, it's weird. I have been on the biggest Marvel kick. And what's odd is that this happens to me like once a year. I mean, it hasn't been once a year because we played a lot of Marvel 2 over the past year with myself and Steve and Kenny. If you paid attention to video games, especially before, you know, the pandemic happened, we were playing Marvel 2 all the time because we had the Dreamcast and the HDMI and all this beautiful stuff. We were just jamming on Marvel 2 and having an absolute blast. But over the past like month or so since Ripley's been around, I've been paying a lot of attention to the Parsec stuff. I've been paying a lot of attention to other people playing Marvel on Parsec because it's now like, you can play Marvel online and have it not run like complete butt. I've been grinding some matches on MVCI with Steve whenever we possibly can. We just like play a set here, play a set there, and it's been incredibly fun. I had not really played a lot of MVCI since last year, like my my birthday last year, and my god, dude, I'm on this Marvel kick right now. Ultimate Marvel 3 is crazy fun. Ultimate Marvel 3 and all of its mods look like they're crazy fun. MVCI is crazy fun. I just really... I want to play a lot of Marvel vs. Capcom, and that's on top of the fact that Fightcade 2 is incredible, and Fightcade 2 has the ability for us to play all the Versus games. So, yeah, I'm kind of on a Marvel kick right now, and I want to keep that going as much as possible. Maybe not at the moment or today, but coming up in the near future, expect like a big fighting game focus around Marvel vs. Capcom stuff for a little bit, just because it's like, it's in my bones right now and I can't get rid of it. I'm doing nothing but thinking about it, you know, when I'm looking after Ripley, when everybody else is asleep. Were you expecting it because of the canceled Evo? I mean, not really. Like, that happened now, but I think it's a big thing where it's like, these games are like a constant thing that I always love, right? And right now, there's some fighting games that are out there that I'm okay with, but you know me, chat. Like, my channel has always survived these entire years off of dead games. That's just the whole way it works. We play dead games, and we find people to jump online and play with. These are some cozy-ass, comfy games that I'm really looking forward to jumping back and playing more of. And it just feels good, dude. It feels good to relearn MVCI all over again and actually become at least moderately competent and not drop everything. Yeah, it is what it is. I'm trying to think if there's anything else. Oh, Oh, the other big thing that I really wanted to talk about is obviously new consoles. We're most likely going to be getting a Sony event this month. We came up with this idea about a month ago. Probably the most encompassing legacy in the history of legacies could happen on this channel leading up until the launch of the new generation of consoles. And that is the PlayStation and Xbox legacy of fighting games, where we play not all like the games that are spread between all the systems, right? I don't want to play to Alpha 2 on PlayStation. We don't need to do that. That's on everything, right? I want to fire up a PS1 and punch in Battle Arena Toshinden. I want to put a PS1 in and play Bushido Blade or Jurassic Park Warpath or some of these weird games, right? We have to try out some of these classic games that were the best representations of fighting games on the PlayStation 1, some of the worst on the PlayStation 1, the PS2, the PS3, and there's not so much on the PS4 because a lot of stuff that was on PS4 is on, like, you know, almost everything. Yeah, and the same thing will go for the Xbox. So we'll fire up the Xbox and we'll play Kakuto Chojin, and there's a lot of stuff we could play through that represent Tao Feng, Fist of the Lotus. Crazy old stuff that we can play that is going to be very representative of where fighting games have come over the past 25 years? 25-ish years? But I don't really want to play too... I don't want to get too... Yeah, we don't have to do Biofreaks again. I just kind of want to explore some of these games that I might have never have played before and just give them a shot. No Nintendo stuff because Nintendo is unrelated. Nintendo system is already out. Specifically for the PlayStation and the Xbox. I think that'll be fun. And it gives me a reason to fire up my hardware, my existing hardware, play old games again, since we don't have as much that ability with video games at the moment. I'm very much looking forward to the fighting game legacy on PlayStation and Xbox, where we just play through everything, man. Jump Force? Hell no. There won't be a lot of stuff on PS4, to be honest. There is some weird things on PS3 and Xbox 360 that not many people know about, like downloadable games and stuff like that. Are you gonna do this by release date? Pretty much, yeah. I wanna start, like, Battle Arena Toshinden is obviously numero uno. Girl fight, oh my god. Yeah, that's my plans going forward. It's been a crazy month for me, and I am hoping that I'll be able to stick to the schedule as much as possible. So, expect an earlier start time, and expect, hopefully, some moderately unique fighting games in the near future, while I play a whole bunch of Marvel vs. Capcom to get this blood out of my system.